More still to come. This is a best of 5. One more best of 5 to follow. It'll be MMA versus the winner of this series.
Imagine an MMA between STC series and all games are going to last like 50 minutes. We're going to be here till 4 AM. What up, hater?
I would not be coming to work tomorrow.
No, me neither. Which actually I wouldn't mind. Do you think we still get paid if we don't show up?
I kind of doubt it.
But it's like tomorrow afternoon, like our boss is going to send us an SMS like, hey guys, where are you? And we're going to like SMS him a picture back with Pasuki. Eating Pasuki at 4 PM, that's what up. Anyway guys, TSL Revival is our Zerg in the right bottom side of Ohana, while Quantic, the STC, is our Korean Terran spawning on the left top side. STC, a fantastic Terran player. Of course, Revival is one hell of a Zerg player as well, Ben. We live with a guy who can't really, I want to say you can't stand Revival, but that's not the right way to say it. He hates Revival, and the only reason why he hates Revival is because Revival keeps winning every single cup he ever participates in. Now, I won't mention any names, but I can tell you guys that he's French and plays Pro Tools.
Yes. And he might be a member of Team Root.
Yeah, that's a possibility as well.
And his last name might also be a kind of wine.
Yeah. And he weighs over 220 pounds. Okay, it might be 280.
Is he really over 220?
No, he's like 218. Maybe after 290, he's 219. Anyway, guys, we got a really awesome announcement for you as well tonight, as Tespa is going to announce one of the players.
Yeah, one of our next participants. They've been announcing one player every so often.
Yeah.
Man,
cool.
Look at Clutch in the back eating more Pazuki.
Oh my God, Clutch, behave!
What happened to all the wings that I ordered?
Yeah, we had wings too.
We ordered wings.
What happened to that Caesar salad?
Where are the wings, Elliot?
Wow, we work with some terrible people.
Unbelievable.
Actually, we work with amazing people.
You buy dinner for the office and they eat it all and they don't let you have any.
This drone is on a mission, man. This drone will kill an SCV. Awesome start for Revival. We all know this feeling. This is the feeling of, oh yes, there is heaven on earth. Or is that just me? I don't know, it just makes me very happy when I kill a war.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah, it's a fantastic feeling.
Command center first.
Wow.
Whoa, 3 hatch before spawning.
No way. Revival.
I can dig it. I like this.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's playing against CC first after all, so I maybe shouldn't make it like the biggest deal in the world, but...
Yeah, it's cool. It's a nice reaction.
Yeah.
It's one of the things that you gain by sending the drone scout. If you don't drone scout and you just go hatch first,
you cannot do that.
You can never do this, but when you do drone scout, you can do this, and that's going to give Revival not necessarily a huge lead. I mean, because you are investing so much, and eventually you got to get some units out anyway. But it's ever so slightly more economical than say 15 hatch in a 15 spawning pool.
Yep. And you know, Ben, while we have some time before the action really kicks in this game, as both players are going, of course, for a very economic opening, what are your thoughts about the current hashtag #SaveHot trend on Twitter?
Well, you know, I just kind of got a message about it today.
Yeah.
I hadn't.
Destiny made a really long post on Reddit. I don't know if you've seen this post.
I did.
Okay. Did you read it all?
I was here browsing, kind of from the desk between breaks.
I must say, whenever Destiny writes long posts, I do always think he makes really a lot of sense. Now, there are definitely things that I disagree with him as well, but I must say, overall, he has some pretty good ideas from time to time.
Sometimes he has some terrible ideas.
Yes, that's
like
true.
What he does with pictures of himself. But other times...
Yeah, that was not really a good... Some things are not a good idea.
Not the smartest thing that Destiny's ever done. But sometimes he says really smart things, and I think he made a really insightful post. And it's not without warrant. I feel like... oh man, I don't really know how to go about saying it, but I feel like ultimately it's a situation that maybe is beyond our control.
It is, but I do feel that Blizzard already knows. Like, Blizzard is promising quite some stuff in Harvest Strong, which is going to help the community so much. I still think they kind of missed the boat on just not putting a few simple things in Wings of Liberty, like the name chasing. You know, let people change their name. People like that. That's fun. Create some chat channels. Let people be social with each other. Give them clan tags. You know, start automated tournaments. These are all things that we had in Warcraft 3, and there's just no reason not to have that in StarCraft 2. And Blizzard dropped the ball on that, but they know that as well. And even though I don't think they're stars in admitting their own mistakes, they know that that should have been something that should have been part of Banner 2.0, and it will be part of the Hardest Farm. And I really think it's going to help StarCraft so much. And I'm really not as worried about the future of StarCraft as some other people are. I think we got a fantastic community, and I think we have a great game, and that's really still the thing that I believe in most. I think the game is awesome. Yes, right now ZVB on Daybreak is something that is not really awesome advertisement.
Not fun for anybody.
No, that's kind of stuff that has to change, but I believe that Blizzard is addressing the problems very well. I'm really not that worried, man. I am actually predicting a bright future.
No, StarCraft's definitely going to be around for a long time, but I don't know that it's going to be the sort of like the headline title for big esports events that it once was, given just the growth and the popularity of MOBA and of the popular MOBAs, Dota and League of Legends.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, people are gonna get sick of MOBAs. I promise you. I played so much MOBA in my life, and I still think it's awesome. I know how much fun it can be, but right now I don't really enjoy it at all. Like, I can enjoy one game of Dota, but that's literally it. I felt I've seen every scenario and I played it out so many times. Anyways, we have some Hellions entering the natural right now. Off Quantic, the STC is gonna roast a few links, but Revival wouldn't be Revival if he wouldn't be very well
really nicely controlled. It's just small details, but those Zerglings were,
I mean,
they moved perfectly.
Can you imagine going to an esports event where you watch MOBA after MOBA from the crowd? Like, wouldn't that just hurt your eyes?
Maybe it would me, but I mean, you know, there's millions of MOBA fans.
Yeah, of course, but at the end of the day, like, it's nice to have variation, you know? Everybody loves variation. Ain't it right? I mean, Pazuki is great, but do you want to eat Pazuki every day?
I mean, well, sometimes we get regular Pazuki, sometimes we get cookies and cream Pazuki,
exactly.
Sometimes we get raspberry Pazuki.
Yeah,
you're right, variation is great. But to say that there's no variation within MOBA is a little bit silly. There's hundreds of different, you know, playable characters to choose from, and
no, it's more that, I mean, it's the same gameplay, it's the same game style all over again. You're not going to first watch a game of LoL, then watch a game of Dota, and then watch a game of Hun, and then go back to LoL again. It just gets boring.
Yeah, sure, but I think
different games, like people, they're always different strokes for different folks. Like, football is the most popular sport in the world, but that doesn't mean that no other sport is around. I mean, there are plenty of sports really big in the US that are not popular at all.
That's a perfect analogy. I mean, LoL is the most popular genre right now. Or not LoL, but MOBA is the most popular genre, LoL the most popular game, and I don't think that's going to change.
I think it will change, because I think LoL is, I don't know, I don't think it's as great. But yeah, maybe that's just me. So many people enjoy it, it must be pretty good.
It's because it's so much more accessible. You know, it's a free game. It has low system spec requirements for your computer. It's
I don't know.
It's easy to pick up, it's easy to play, it's easy to follow.
I guess discussion for a later moment, Ben, as this game is starting to shape up quite a bit. Hellions and Banshees in the middle of the map. First stores in production as well, Ben, so this is starting to feel, yeah, it's not real well. Double armory as well. I say it's starting to feel a little bit like MVP style. Even though we never had cloak Banshees, he did try to fake cloak. Sorry, I didn't mention it, guys, but I did see it as he started researching the Caduceus reactor, trying to give the impression to Revival that he was going for cloak, while in reality he wasn't.
Revival's going to be playing a Mutalisk style, which is really fun. He's going to be playing it against mech.
What I like the most is what I saw back then, you know, where Zerg just saves up lava, saves up resources, and then makes 40 Mutalisks once you see that the Tor count is not very high. I thought that was super awesome. Even though it did not work out all that well that game.
Oh, actually, corruptions are made immediately. Perhaps in realization that there's going to be Thors out, so no Mutalisks going to play. Very interesting. How is Revival going to make this work? He doesn't really have great upgrades for his Roaches. They'll have +2 armor, but you really need some attack upgrades on those Roaches if they're going to trade effectively with the Thors. This is really interesting. I guess we're going to see Revival trying just to stall, buy time, and get up to Hive Tech so we can get some Broodlords out.
He's researching like everything right now. But Overlord Speak, research, he's researching Overlord Drop as well. He's getting Banelings, Baneling Speed, he's getting Corruptus,
this
2
worries me,
upgrades.
Kevin. He's investing so much resources into every single upgrade
but he doesn't have any army.
Tech path, and he's giving up so much army. If we look at the army supplies, he's behind in that regard.
Yeah, and the supply that he has is not even good, as 19 Lings are going to die immediately, 3 Roaches do nothing, 4 Corruptors can't fight against anything else in the Banshees and the Vikings. If they would fight right now, he wouldn't kill a unit.
Of course, the other side of that is if STC continues to turtle, and it looks like he is, well, maybe he's moving out right now. But if he does continue to turtle, we're going to see a huge swell of units out of Revival. He just popped a lot of Overlords, can make a ton of Roaches if he wants.
Pluton is being spread. Fort base is going to get spotted. He's also going to reveal the fact that he has Blueprint Hellions if he didn't do that before yet, as far as I know. He didn't. He might actually be able to force a cancel on this, because the Banshees have so much DPS ban. Okay, he's afraid for Fungo, I guess, but there are no infestors in the map. He's gonna be like, okay, those 15 links are not as terrifying as I thought it was.
Of course, there were a couple of roaches in the mix. There were corruptors in the mix, and that's of course enough to chase.
22 roaches, man. A roach drop is ready, of course. 2 upgrades as well. He might just drop everything right on top of the store, of these stores.
That's a real possibility. Dropping on top of the mech is a great option. Of course, dropping in the main and attacking the infrastructure also very, very viable. Either way, we're definitely going to see Revival getting aggressive very soon as he's working on that max. And man, the army of the STC is really pretty weak against roaches. The only thing that I'm a little bit sad about is there are no attack upgrades on these roaches.
No, he has the attack upgrades on the links, but
he ain't making no more links, Kev. Those upgrades will become relevant once more when Greater Spire's done, but Hive's just now started, so it's going to be quite some time. Loving
the push threat of Revival as well. It's pretty good vision all around the map. Still taking care of his injects over here as well. How much larvae do we have saved up, man? 27 already. Digging it.
Here come all the roaches and all the overlords, and
weird engagement over here.
Revival might just A-move for the win here. He's going to try to just walk right in, and there does not seem to be many units out on the map for the STC at all. STC's army's just melting right now. Corruptors are eventually going to be able to kill these Banshees, but right now there's no detection. That's a small problem. The Overseer is out of range of these Corruptors, but doesn't seem to matter, man. Revival just said...
This one roach, this one Tor killed a lot of roaches, though. Will fall eventually. Now, the Corruptor's taking care of these Banshees, but Quantic the STC was on a tech move.
That was a killing blow, man.
On move command for a little bit. I don't know if you saw it, but the Tors, they were walking rather than fighting. It's just not ready to take that fight.
What a silly...
Also, like, right before 2-2 is ready. Look at the upgrades right now.
What a silly game. It's just like they both sit back, they both A-move, and Revival wins. Yeah, this one's pretty much over. The STC can't defend his fourth. He probably won't be able to defend his third.
I heard making 40 roaches is pretty good.
This is a weird situation.
A couple of aliens are going to try to drive by over here.
It's kind of what we talked about, man. Revival early on invested everything into a million different upgrades. That's when he was vulnerable. And the STC didn't realize it, didn't capitalize on it, maybe couldn't have realized it. And the trade-off for that is once you get all those upgrades and you can now focus on your army, you have a very strong army.
Of course, the power of Zerg is as well that by the time that often slow mech army crosses the map, there are going to be 20 roaches, which were not there before. But yes, on a certain moment he was really broke, so he could have definitely made something happen, did not actually make it happen. Anyway, guys, going to a small commercial break. We'll be right back with game number 2, which is going to be played on Antigua's Shipyard. Revival versus the STC. The winner is going to play against MMA for a spot at Lone Star Clash.